Fiona, the ACT at Pinhoe Pharmacy. Today I'm going to do a short video on penicillin for you. So it's first discovered by a Scottish man called Alexander Fleming back in 1928. So he first discovered it by accident actually. He was doing some experiments in his lab. In his petri dish he was growing different bacteria. Went away on holiday. When he came back he discovered that there was green mould growing in the petri dishes and it was killing off the bacteria that he had previously been growing. So he decided to isolate that and do some more experiments. We have learnt from his discovery that penicillin kills off the bacteria, and if you can imagine back in 1928, simple things such as a cut, a wound or anything with an infection, without any antibiotics it was killing people. So this was a really good find for him. But obviously he couldn't produce enough himself to heal and help and treat all the sort of soldiers in World War II. So he managed to get some help by involving another scientist, a German scientist, and together with a couple of other pathologists they actually mass created enough to treat the soldiers in World War II. It wasn't until 1942 that enough was produced to help treat many more people. So two of the penicillins that we dispense here at Pinhoe Pharmacy are Flucloxacillin. That's one of them. It's a prescription-only medicine. It comes as a capsule or a liquid used to treat skin infections, wound infections and soft tissue infections. Really important that it's taken on an empty stomach. If you do take it with food, it's not as effective because it's not as much as absorbed. It's usually prescribed 1-4 times a day, so we would suggest first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, before lunch, so maybe midday, before tea time, and then before bed. Just drink it with a glass of water. One thing to remember with flucloxacillin is not to take paracetamol alongside it, or to reduce your dose of paracetamol because of the interaction between the two. So depending on when you collect your prescription from us, so for example you come and collect it from us at lunchtime, we would suggest taking the first dose in the afternoon before tea time and then one again at bedtime, so you get your 2 doses in, but we would advise you, depending on the time of day that you collect, when to take it. You don't have to wait till the following day to start the medication. We would advise you on when to take it. So side effects are feeling sick, diarrhoea, maybe think about sticking to simple foods, not sort of the rich foods, and if you do experience diarrhoea, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Another penicillin that we dispense here regularly is Amoxicillin, used to treat dental infections, chest infections in children, and ear infections. It comes as a capsule or as a liquid suspension. We suggest that you take this breakfast, lunch and dinner, because it doesn't really matter if you take it with or after food, but breakfast, lunch and dinner is the 3 times a day. It gives you a good guide to get those doses spaced evenly. Again, you can take alcohol with this, but just be aware that you need to make sure that you're taking your doses regularly. We don't want the alcohol to give you any undesirable effects. And again with this one, make sure you finish your course and don't share it with anyone. You may start to feel better after a few days, but still continue with your course. If you stop your treatment early, then the infection could come back, so make sure you finish your course for that one. If you do forget to take a dose, take it as soon as you remember, but if you're close to taking your next dose, then just continue as normal and wait for that dose. Never try and take 2 doses at one go, so if you miss a dose, don't take 2, just wait for the next dose. It's unlikely to affect you if you do take more than 1 dose, but if you are concerned, just let your doctor know that you've taken too much flucloxacillin and you'd be advised what to do. Maybe set up a reminder on your phone if you are struggling to remember to take the dose, and then that could help you with keeping the spaces evenly. But the most important thing is that you finish the dose and you keep the spaces in between your doses even, and it's taken on an empty stomach. Penicillin is safe during pregnancy and breastfeeding. There have been known to be traces in the breast milk, but it is a safe and appropriate medication to use, and is okay to take while drinking alcohol. So penicillin isn't for everyone. If you are allergic to penicillin, then make sure you let your doctor know, or let us know here when you're collecting a prescription. If you do experience any of the following side effects, like skin rash, wheezing, swelling of the face, difficulty breathing, then make sure that you call 999 if you are having difficulty breathing. Some people experience fungal infection, sort of known as thrush, once they finish taking the course of antibiotics. What it's doing is it's killing off the harmless bacteria that is in your gut. So what you'll need to do is maybe pop in to see us, and we could help choose a probiotic that can restore and regulate the good bacteria in the gut again. But feel free to pop in and see us, and we'll be able to help you with that. Thanks for watching.